In this video, we're going to talk about the biggest mistakes people make when moving to Portland, Oregon, and how to avoid them. We're starting right now. Hey everybody, my name's Aaron Cullen. I'm a local real estate agent right here in Portland, Oregon. I'm over here in Beaverton touring some brand new construction, but that's not what we're talking about today. Today, we're talking about the weather. I mean, check this out. We are here in the winter in Portland, Oregon. So for everybody who tells you that it's raining, it's overcast, well, check this out. I mean, it's gorgeous out today. I don't even need this jacket on. It was cold earlier and windy, and that's one of the things that I want to talk to you guys about. Is one of the biggest mistakes people make is underestimating the weather. And it's going to be cold in the winter, but you also get days like this. Oh, here the wind is picking it up a little bit again. So if you hear the rustle, on the microphone, it is windy. And that's one of the things that can really make it cold is, the sun's out. It makes it feel, it's warm, on your face, on your body. It really heats you up when that sun's out. But when it's not, and that cloud cover is not here and the wind kicks up, that wind chill effect can make it feel kind of cold out. So making sure that you're dressed properly, I always tell my clients that if they're not from here and they're coming out to visit, especially in the winter time, come with layers. Bring a warm coat, but also bring some layers because you might get a beautiful day like today, which you don't even need a jacket. It could just be like a light little rain jacket, a sweater, a shirt underneath that, a long sleeve shirt. Really layer it up. So then as the day gets on, maybe it's overcast in the morning, but then you can start kind of peeling off those layers. And if you're from California, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's all about the layers. And in Portland, it's really no different. It just gets a little bit colder, in the winter, plus you just have that rain that you really don't know when it's gonna rain or not. Like just for instance, last week, it rained, I'd say almost every day for like 5 days, not straight, but every day we had a little bit of rain. But then here this week, there's no rain. What you might not realize is that when it's overcast in the winter, it actually kind of has this insulating effect and it actually feels a lot warmer. The temperature actually is a lot warmer, and I guess that's why it feels warmer, because it actually is warmer, because it keeps more of that heat trapped in. Right now, tonight, it's gonna get a lot chillier tonight because it's clear blue skies versus if it was cloudy all day. It would actually keep more heat in if it was overcast throughout the day and the night. But when it's clear skies like this, hey, I'll take blue sunny skies any day over being overcast in the winter, because you're gonna get those days. So that's one of the biggest things with weather that I think people underestimate, is that they think it's gonna be cloudy all day, all winter, but that's really not the case. Another thing to be aware of if moving to Portland is if you're gonna be driving your truck full of all your belongings, and if you're actually driving it yourself, just be aware you are gonna have to come over some mountain passes, and they are gonna get snow up through there if you're driving through the winter. So that's just something to be aware of if you're driving yourself and you're not used to driving in snow. If you are used to driving it, great. But if not, it's definitely something to be aware of if you don't feel comfortable, because there are snow passes through there. Some places, if they have a lot of snow, they are gonna require chains. So that's something just to look into. Now they do a really good job about keeping those roads cleared, but you never really know. The next thing people tend to underestimate is their neighborhood research. Make sure you do enough neighborhood research. That's one of the reasons why I do these videos. And you can look down in my neighborhood section, and that's so important if you don't already live here, if you're moving from out of state and you're not that familiar, is watch all my videos, get to know the different neighborhoods and get a feel for what you might like. And that's the whole point why I do a buyer consultation, is to get a feel for you. Why are you moving? Do you want a bigger house? Do you want more space, a bigger yard? Or do you want higher walkability? Because Portland really has a lot to offer. You can live out in the country. You can live more in the city. You could live in a condo if that's better for you. You can live in an older house if you like the character of the 1900s or 1930s or the 1950s. Or if you like new construction, or maybe you just want a bigger house in a suburb with highly rated schools. Portland has all of those things to offer you, and all those things, of course, like anywhere, also determines what kind of budget you have. And that is one of the things I love about Portland, is there's so many different neighborhoods in and around here with all kinds of different character. So whatever kind of lifestyle you want, that's what I'm going to get at in our conversation, is what kind of lifestyle you want to have here in Portland. And then I'll be able to suggest different neighborhoods to you based on that. So that's definitely my biggest thing. Do your neighborhood research before buying and moving to Portland. Another thing people tend to overlook a lot is the distance to amenities from the home or the neighborhood that they like. Now, something just to be very aware of, Portland has great public transportation. We have buses that go pretty much everywhere, and we have the local streetcar and the MAX. So those are forms of a subway that go also around the city, and mainly to, like on the west side to Beaverton, on the east side and southeast and northeast Portland. They're also talking of expanding the streetcar eventually to go down south to Lake Oswego. So that'll be great. I'm glad the city is still investing in those things. But it's something really to consider is the distance of your home. Now, like if you want to buy new construction, like here we are in Southwest Beaverton right now, you know, the distance from here to say downtown, if you had to commute for your job, is going to be a pretty decent commute in Portland standards. You know, you're probably looking at like a 40-minute commute because you're deep inside of Beaverton, you're further away from the highway. And then also when it comes to resale value, that's something also to consider, is if like you're buying way out in the suburbs, your appreciation might not be as high as if you bought something, say, closer in one of the hotter, city neighborhoods where it has like 100% walkability. Now I get calls all the time from people moving to Portland, Oregon. So if you're thinking about moving, whether it's next week or next year, go ahead and give me a call. My information's right down there in the description area, or send me an email or a text. I'll be glad to set up a Zoom consultation with you so I can better get to know what neighborhood would be a good fit for you. And if you enjoyed this video and got a lot of value out of it, stay tuned for the next video coming up right now.